She was like, yeah, I've been getting my boyfriend to come out here. So I started talking to him like, why you ain't naked, bro? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, don't nobody give a shit about that shit out here.
Exactly.
I'm like, look, your girl out here and she down to get naked, bro. You better take them shits off, my boy.
You was gonna say unleash the beast.
yeah, you better, hey.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
This nigga Phil was talking about Luke and saying fuck Luke beginning of the pod, but I said it's fuck Luke and fuck Phil. Cause both of y'all know Friday night is our recording night.
I do.
Which, yes, you were making it so that we could record last night, mad early. But yo ass stayed up for the entire FAU game.
I know.
So you could have been here or at Luke's house recording at what, 8:30 is what we said?
It was like 8:30. No, it's 9:30. And then
and then we said 8:30.
I was tired. I didn't feel like leaving the house that late.
And you stayed up for the entire FAU game, which ended at midnight.
I stayed on the couch in my jammies and I had sex.
Okay, touche. That's fair.
Like,
That's fair. But anyways, welcome back to another episode of Save for the Pod, episode number 101. The triple digits sound weird, bro.
We is triple digits. Triple digit gang.
Yeah, we don't even have players that we could say anymore. It's just
a
podcast 101. Yup.
Oh, it's like Thug Motivation 101. This is our Jeezy tape.
Facts. But how you been this week?
I've been pretty good this week, honestly. Work has been light, and actually, work has been kind of. The crazy thing, work was decent all week until the very last day of the week, and niggas want to call me, pissing me off.
How so?
It's just issues. I'm dealing with other people's issues because I'm like working out of my area this whole week, so I'm just dealing with other people's issues, and I really don't give a fuck about other people's issues because it's not in my area. So just dealing with that. But other
all
than that,
accident related, I'm assuming.
Accident related, parts related, inspection related. Like people just pissed off we can't get people out to shops, or shops are delaying repairs, which we don't control.
Got you. And then fight wise, how your week been?
Fight wise, week has been good. Training's been good. Had some good sparring sessions this week. Yeah, man. I'm about 6 weeks out. So.
You didn't even tell the people last time that you had a new opponent. You told us.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I have a fight April 29th. So the guy's 2-0, fighting at 145. So it'll be easily my toughest match for sure. He got a strong rear kick. He actually knocked the dude out his first fight with a head kick. He likes kicking to the head. Yeah. It's a Haitian guy, so it'll be the first black guy I fought too. Yeah,
and I said it in the org Instagram chat. This guy actually looks like he's legit. I haven't watched him fight.
No, he nice. He decent.
Looking at his photos, he look like he won't play, bro.
Nah, hey, but I packed that thing too. So
you better not take training lightly. You better make sure you got all your fluids in, all your shots, get them in on time.
I'm done. I'm good for the year. So for me, I'm actually got to cut weight this fight too, because he's 145. This is fights at 145, and I've been fighting.
You always got to cut weight. What you mean?
Yeah, but not that low.
Yeah.
So I usually only fight at 55 or 50. So yeah, but I feel sharp already. Been weight training, been getting a lot of been on the bags. So putting the strategy in play. Like I said, it's gonna be easily my toughest fight. Yeah. So I got to make sure I'm sharp. But it's one of those fights where if I win this fight, I'm a contender now. So it gets me closer to a title shot. Oh, shit. That now if I go 3-0, I'd be the quality opponent just like him. So if whoever wins this fight has title contention.
Okay, damn, it's lit. And you said this is gonna be at Sway, right, in Fort Lauderdale?
Combat night.
Listeners, if you in the Florida area, come and watch. You said the fight is when?
April 29th.
April 29th. Let me check my calendar again.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna put it in right now.
That's cool, and I'm this will be the second guy I fight from this gym in Deerfield. So yeah.
How do you know how they typically are in that gym? Are they pretty successful?
They solid, yeah, they good.
Okay.
They strikers just like ours. They grind, they gritty, they get it in, they fight.
Okay.
They don't back down. So this dude, he has good motor. I can't tell if he's tall or not.
Okay.
But I know he is gonna be a war.
Yeah.
So I'm actually expecting to come out.
I feel like he might be around your height. If he 145 and built the way that he is, I feel like he can't be that tall. He's probably like you and my height.
Yeah. I'm actually expecting to come out this fight like way more sore than other
I
fights.
got
so
you.
Just getting prepared to go to battle.
Damn, bro, I'm really ready to see you do like MMA. I feel like you enjoying the kickboxing, but you kind of have like a wrestling background. You wrestled back
Used
in the day.
to, yeah. It's not the same.
But I feel like you also scrappy. Not to say that you can't punch, kick, and strike and all that stuff, but I feel like the ground and pound would be like your moneymaker. I feel like that would be the strong suit for you.
I've thought about it, but I would have to. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing MMA without at least getting a blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Got you.
So that would take me like another year and a half probably.
Got you.
And Danny don't want me to do it because, I mean, the gloves are smaller. You definitely come out more bruised, banged up, way more higher chances of injuries and stuff. So Danny was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, she not going.
Nah,
and that's
at all.
That's your fiance now, so you got to listen.
I got to listen. Yeah, that's facts.
All right, cool. Week for me has been pretty relaxing. Students on spring break, they return on Monday, so I haven't had to deal with the typical drama of someone coming to my office having beef with another coworker or just nonsense of intramural participants at night. And then this upcoming week, my boss out of the office, so I don't have to deal with him coming in my office.
Oh, you chilling.
Talking nonsense all week. But so it's nice that I was able to catch up on some work, and we'll continue to catch up on work. But I'm just ready for summertime, honestly.
Wow, what's so important for it slows down for you, right?
Yeah, it slows down a lot. I mean, we got kids camp, but the camp days just go by way faster than school year days. Like camp, kids get there like 8:30 because there's so much going on. Like by the time you realize it's already 3:00 and the day ends at 4:30, so days go by way faster. But I am way more exhausted in the summer. But speaking of days, we had daylight savings time. I'm ready for them to fucking finalize this shit so it's not back and forth. What do you prefer? Do you like it staying late or light later, or do you want it to be dark earlier?
I like light later.
Light later. See, I don't like that because by the time it's dark, it's like, damn, it's 9:00. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just like light later. It sucks though because like getting up in the morning is dark.
Yeah.
And I did like the sun being up when I woke up in the morning.
Exactly. But we can go into the one random topic that we have. So this was actually somewhat controversial on Instagram when I seen it, that people wanted to, or the government is working on a bill for, I guess, the second or however many times that we solidify having a 4-day work week. And if you look at the Instagram comments, people like, oh my God, y'all are so lazy. Americans so lazy. People don't realize we wasn't put on this fucking planet to work our lives away. That's how I feel.
Sort of, kind of. We were.
No, we were not.
I mean, you live to work. Like if you look at the animal species,
Yeah.
and take into context, we are more advanced.
Yeah.
But everything they do is centered around like working, eating, surviving, sleeping.
Yeah. But it's not. And okay, you somewhat have a point. The animals, they work to survive. Like their work is like building a nest, building like structures.
But
so
it's
that they
never
can live in.
ending
Yeah.
because the cycle of life.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas we're making to make money. We're working to make money, which money
Helps
is
you
something.
survive.
Yes, but it was something that somebody made up. It's not something that was naturally here that we
Okay.
needed to survive. I mean, of course, I understand the purpose of money, but again, we shouldn't be working every single day.
I agree.
Like, even if we had a 4-day work week, because I'm kind of like you, where like we always have to kind of be active in doing something, keeping our mind engaged and whatnot. Like, I know if I had a 3-day work weekend, am I going to be sitting on the couch watching TV every single day? No. I'm going to be
Absolutely
running
not.
errands and doing
Yeah.
shit so we can survive.
I'm all for a 40 week. I said in the Discord that I would love to do 410s.
Yeah.
Just give me 410s that way, because one, I'd have more time to train throughout a whole day. I would just feel like I'm more productive.
Yeah.
Because I gotta like it's different when you don't have a weekday to do weekday shit.
Yeah.
Like appointments, meetings, like all that stuff you gotta take days off for. It'd be nice to just
Exactly.
just plan everything on my weekday off.
Yeah.
And European countries do it too, and I just feel like America is always late when it
Yeah.
comes to other Western nations.
Yeah, and from what I've seen from the people in the European countries, they say that it's extremely successful. Like you have more time for family, mental health is up, people aren't feeling as stressed and whatnot. And going back to my initial point of people calling the ones who wanted this lazy, I feel like they don't realize that it would most likely be 4 10-hour days. It
Yeah,
wouldn't-
40-hour work week.
Yeah.
It's just how you.
Exactly.
It's shifting how they're gonna get the same hours. It's shifting how you get the hours. But whenever you say something to people like that, it's like it's one less day to work.
Yeah.
It's like no, bitch. I'm still working 2 extra hours on the other days, which makes up
exactly.
for the time lost.
Exactly. And so for the listeners, I did tell the Discord, I had this at University of Cincinnati during the summer times. We did the 410s, and I thought it was magnificent. Some of those 10-hour days were long as shit. They felt like they were never ending. Those last 2 hours were brutal on some days. But that one day off, it was great. Because the weekend, 2 days, like, in theory, and of course it's because it's what we're used to, it sounds okay, but that Sunday, everyone knows Sunday scaries. Saturday goes by in a breeze. Sunday gets here. By the time it's like noon on Sunday, you already looking towards Monday morning. So having that one extra day, it would make all the difference in the world. So
For sure. And also, when I was at Enterprise, I was already working 10 to 12-hour days, 5 days a week. So that like a 4-10 would be shit because I'd do that.
Yeah.
I did that in the pandemic. I was doing 10-hour days in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that's 5 days a week.
But I feel like your current job, like, I feel like that's a crucial job. There would be some crucial jobs where I feel like they wouldn't switch to 4
I mean,
4 days.
we could do it. You just have to stagger the schedules.
Yeah, got you.
So like you would rotate the days off, things like that,
Yeah.
because you can still meet the.
So
people's
y'all
needs.
still have people like in your position that work weekends?
Some they
Okay.
have like rotational Saturdays because
Gotcha.
most shops closed on the weekends.
Yeah,
or they're open to noon, and at that
Gotcha.
point they're not taking in new inspections. They just working on shit that they're trying to get caught up on. So it's like
Yeah.
we don't work on Saturdays
Yeah.
unless it's like you want to get paid extra and they got that window open.
Got you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully if it does happen, my job is one of the ones that gets the benefit of that. But
I could definitely see education doing it. It would make sense in education, especially higher education.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because on a college campus, nobody is there on a Friday anyways. Like, yeah, there's some students, like underclassmen for the most part, that have classes. But after that, especially in Florida, everybody going to the beach.
They out. They
By 4 or whatever, people starting to go to the wharf. People starting to plan for their nights. The fraternities are having their pool parties and whatnot. So nobody's on campus anyway. So I don't know.
Facts.
We shall see. But again, that was the only random topic we had. Phil, you had a question of the week this week.
I did.
What was it?
It was what local artists' music or albums do you like randomly just go back to? So in the Discord the other day, we always send music in the Discord. So if you're not on the Discord, you're missing out. This is where we be tapping in with everybody and getting, be tapped in with our listeners.
Yup.
But I sent Twisted's album in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just thinking like, there'll be random times where I'm driving and I'm like, "Oh, I want to listen to this because it's regional music.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what artist, what album, what music is that for you?
So for me, it's definitely Rick Ross. I mean, he's one of my favorite artists. And he's one of the main playlists that I listen to when I do work out, like when I have leg day or whatever. He has a lot of bangers, obviously. Trick Daddy I listen to here and there. And then, of course, just like that old school South Florida juke bop music. I listen to that all the time. So like your Iceberg, Ball Greasy, Piccolo, all of them. So South Florida sound is a lot like Chicago sound, where there's no monolith, I guess. Like when you think New York sound, like you think a specific sound. When I think Chicago, I don't have a specific sound. Like, cause
Really?
yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, obviously.
Well, now it
maybe-
has a sound, but even like early 2000s, I felt like Chicago had a sound.
probably for you, cause you from that area,
Yeah.
so you hearing the underground artists and whatnot. Whereas us, we only hearing the mainstream. So we hearing Kanye, we hearing Lupe.
Yep.
We hearing, and I know these are different eras, but Chief Keef, Chance the Rapper, so on and so forth, and none of them sound the same to one another. And I'm sure there's a bunch of rappers that I'm forgetting about.
Twista.
Yeah,
Common.
Twista. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Common, Kanye, and Chance you can put in a bubble, but they're still pretty different. Chief Keef, that's a completely different sound.
Yep.
And then if we bring it to Florida, like, yeah, there are a lot of artists that sound similar, like the Rick Ross, the Trick Daddies, like those are similar. I mean, maybe Florida has like a more of a similar sound than Chicago, but I still feel like there's a lot of differences within Florida.
That makes sense.
Like Denzel Curry sounds completely different than everyone that I just listed.
True. Actually, I feel like outside of, I mean, no, y'all have, like, y'all sound, it sounds like, it sounds like nightlife, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Like, but like oceanfront nightlife. It's a very, because I feel like when it comes to like nightlife and beach town music, there's only two coasts that can do it properly. There's the West Coast, and then there's South Florida. And the West Coast has a very distinct drum, keys.
Yeah.
You just know off rip if you listen to a West Coast song or a West Coast influence song. So I feel like anything that I hear that sounds opposite of that, I'm like, this probably gotta be from Florida.
If
it sounds like it could be on the beach, like Pretty Ricky.
See, as soon as you said that, I was like, okay, Pretty Ricky, Pitbull, Flow Rider, and then Rick Ross with some of his songs, because Rick Ross makes everything sound elegant. Unless it's
like Mafia music, like
exactly.
Maybach music and shit like that. I'm like, oh, okay, this sounds like some
But
nigga that can show his wealth off.
Is there anyone else that comes to mind?
In South Florida?
Just in Florida in general, because of course you have Plies.
Plies.
But he's more so like the streets, and then make songs for the ladies. It's like one or the other with Plies. Like to me, he doesn't have that oceanfront party sound.
Let me see.
And then you got T-Pain up in
obviously
in the north, but
that's it. Honestly, it's like I feel like Drake does it well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can tell, like I feel like you can hear songs when Drake is like been in Miami too long.
I agree. But that's Drake anywhere. Like
Anywhere,
Drake in Houston too long, Drake in fucking
UK.
DR too, UK. Like Drake gonna come back with some influential sound. So
definitely, I feel like it's a sound. It's just hard to pinpoint it to a key.
Okay.
It's more so just like a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've discussed this before. I can't remember, but what region has your favorite sound? And that's not just rap. That's all music.
West Coast.
Me, West Coast. For me, it's Chicago, probably.
Hey, that conscious street shit.
Yeah. And I know he's canceled, but obviously it's hard to deny what R. Kelly did in the past before all the problematic shit. Kanye, like, to me, Chicago's just put out so much dope shit.
You wanna know what it is though? It's conscious street, but it's also the soul. Cause being from like the South, like most of Chicago's like from Mississippi. Yeah. So like the attachment to the oldies and sampling of the oldies, and like you have to be soulful to make it, like, obviously not now, but coming up through the 90s, early 2000s, like your shit wasn't getting played if niggas couldn't feel it.
Are there any other big time R&B artists? I feel like there has to be.
Out of Chicago?
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
Okay. I feel like there's one more that I might be forgetting.
Jeremiah, R. Kelly.
Whoops.
What's that nigga's name?
Not Charlotte, Chicago.
I don't know. That's like
R&B
the big ones.
artist. Jennifer Hudson. Not who I was thinking of. I
forget about Jennifer Hudson.
Anne-Marie Tink. No, these are women.
Was it Dave Hollister not from Chicago?
Or
is Dave Hollister or like Craig or some shit like that?
Okay, here we go. Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas, yes, bro. Carl Thomas.
Darnell
That's what I'm thinking
Jones,
about.
Dave Hollister.
See?
Yeah,
Yeah,
R.
all them
Kelly.
90s Souls niggas.
Yeah. Yeah, so Chicago, y'all definitely be doing y'all thing.
Said I'm so emotional and I can't let go.
Yeah, and then after that, it has to be the West Coast. Cali.
I love the West Coast. Yeah. It's G-Funk.
Yeah, but it's also such a big area that, because obviously Chicago, we just talking about a city.
I'm talking L.A.
Okay,
Strictly
for,
L.A.
For me, like, it's the entire West Coast.
Like, I fuck with the Bay, but if I had to choose the Bay or L.A., I'm going to take L.A. sounds first just because of the Death Row G-Funk era and the lowrider era. Like, the Bay got the hyphy, and I love the Bay, and, like, I love their slang and how they say shit.
Yeah.
But L.A. is, like, just sit back and vibe and just ride.
Yeah. And they've been putting out a lot of good R&B artists as of late. I mean, obviously, I'm a big Giveon fan. Giveon from out there. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But all right, good question. So, get it off your chest. You have anything this week?
Yeah, man, I went to New Beach on Sunday, and I can't let Danny pick where we sit.
Why is that?
Cause, man, like, when I go to New Beach, I want to be around babies.
Yeah.
Danny was like, so I was like, we haven't been in quite some time, and then it's spring break, but it's like packed now. New Beach be packed now, which is great. Like, I love it. So we go. I'm like, oh, you can pick where we sit, and like, she goes right where you walk up on the beach at.
Yeah, no,
like in that area.
Nobody sits there.
But the old people.
What's she doing, bro?
Man, she had us around straight old people and dicks.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this is the worst spot.
Was they friendly?
It was we I guess we didn't really talk to people.
Yeah.
It was these two Spanish ladies though, right? They came, bro, and sat like directly almost right in front of us. I'm like, bro, and then and they spent like an hour trying to put up a tent. And they didn't get it. And somebody asked to come help them, and they said no. And then they quit trying to put up the tent. And then the same guys was like, oh, you didn't put up the tent. They was like, no one offered to help. He was like, I came over and asked.
Yeah.
So watching them struggle to put up a tent, to pack their bags, to leave after their failed put up a tent, like their failed tent attempt. And then they realized, like, we did all this work, we might as well just stay here.
Yeah.
So we did that, and it was like a nigga just facing us with his meat out. Just like, you had niggas that face the sun.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all was facing the water, and he was...
This nigga's facing the sun. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm never letting you pick up.
He was just trying to show Danny meat. That's
I guess, because I usually walk past the first tower and go in that middle section.
Same.
Because it's like just baddies over there. But, yeah, she had us around ugly people, and I like people watching.
Yeah, same. So... Like you said, it is spring break time. Did it look like it was a lot of spring breakers out there?
I don't know, because we didn't venture over to that side. Because I feel like most spring breakers walk past that. I feel like that front area is like when you come on the beach, these are the first people you see. I feel like most people don't want to be in that part unless you're like older and don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Which I don't care. But I just know that like once you go down, you meet like the younger crowd.
Yeah.
They're it's a little bit more party over there.
Yeah.
Of a good time. But it felt good just to be out there. So that would be my only grab. I can't let my old lady pick the spot on the beach again. Because I'd be very intentional where I sit. I'm like, if I'm going to sit here, I want to sit around. I want to at least see beautiful bodies.
Yeah, and that's funny because I always say Danny and Tati are fairly similar as far as personalities go. So Tatiana, like, in most situations, doesn't like being around a bunch of people. But when it comes to the beach, she's like, I want to be in the mix too. So
you gotta be.
She really don't care where we sit, but she's not gonna be like, no, it's too many people over there. I don't want to be over there.
Nah, Danny won't care. But I just, these like some random things that I think about. I was like, I'm very intentional. Like I'll look around, I'll scan, and I'm like, all right, so it's like 5 old ugly couples here, or some lesbians right there. Some lesbians and maybe a black couple.
Yeah.
Let's go sit near the black couple. Maybe we can spark up a conversation. I
don't know if it's this way every time you go, but it's always the black couples. It's the girl that's like, okay, I'm gonna just have my titties out. I'm not gonna be fully naked. And then they got their boyfriend, husband with them or whatever, and they like the dude never wants to be naked at all. And I don't know if that's just homophobia in our culture. But the black dude never wants to be naked. And I'm like, my nigga, you probably got the biggest thing here right now, and you shy to be naked around all these people.
Pause.
I'm just saying, that's the truth.
It's funny you say that because we met a couple like that. Like the black girl convinced her boyfriend to go out to the beach.
Yep.
And so we sit like we wasn't this time wasn't even intentional. We just sat in the area and like looked to the side and we was like, oh shit, they right there. So we started talking, and folks got on shorts. I'm like, what you? I'm like, oh, we just started randomly talking, and she was like, yeah, I've been getting my boyfriend to come out here. So I started talking to him like, why you ain't naked, bro? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, don't nobody give a shit about that shit out here.
Exactly.
I'm like, look, your girl out here and she down to get naked, bro. You better take them shits off, my boy.
You was gonna say unleash the beast.
yeah. You better, hey, whip out your meat, boy. Don't nobody give a fuck about that out here. And honestly, you might, hey, we Gucci out here.
Exactly. And I know we talk about the new beach all the time. People probably sick of us talking about it, but
nah, because I feel like our listeners want to go.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you and me both cannot stress enough how much people at the nude beach do not care. Like, if you want to be in an inclusive environment,
body positivity.
Yes, body positivity, and just have a stress-free time. Of course, just like in any situation, you're gonna have one or two people that stare, but for the most part, everyone there is just having a good time, trying to get their tan on. Nobody is staring. There's so many other naked people around. Like, you think you're gonna be the one out of
couple
500 people that everyone's gonna be staring at? No, like they gonna take a glance and they gonna keep it moving. So, I know it sounds intimidating. I mean, for me, for the first time. And I was the one that wanted to go. I was like, all right, this might be a little bit awkward. After the first time, it was Gucci. I feel the same thing.
Same. Sure. I was like, oh, I'm very apprehensive. And I did it. And I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. So if you ever in Florida, go to the nude beach.
You know what's funny, though? It's like Danny felt the same way. And now it's one of her favorite beaches.
Yeah.
Same because it's so relaxing. Yep. I'm like, y'all don't understand what no kids, like not having kids on the beach does for the beach experience.
Yeah.
And just having the dogs to just lay out, listen to music and drink and smoke.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good time. And there I've seen the most, which this might deter some people, but I've seen the most like wildlife there than any other beach. Like, I've seen a shark there. I've seen a stingray there.
I think I seen the shark like near the
yeah. So, but all in all, it's a good ass time. I want to go this weekend, but I don't know if I'll have an opportunity to. But if I do, definitely sliding.
The parking situation still is trash.
Yeah, well, they've been working on that lot. They've been working on that lot for a minute.
That's the only thing that sucks, bro.
Get off your chest for me. I actually had a couple of things, and we recording this bright and early Saturday morning, and I was like, my brain don't even want to work. But for me, it comes down to the gym. We've had this conversation on Discord. I feel like the gym is the one place where people don't understand social norms. So people like supersetting with every fucking machine and whatnot in a busy ass gym definitely can't be doing that. I know this is more so of a me thing. But I hate when I'm in the middle of working out, somebody walks up to me, I just like maybe finish a set or something like that. Somebody walks up to me and was like, how many sets do you have left, without like seeing what I've done. Like, if I ever walk up to somebody, like usually I'll watch, see if they did a set. Like, don't come up to me right away and ask me. I don't know. I know this is me nitpicking, but for some reason that annoys the hell out of me. But on the flip side, I hate when you do ask somebody how many sets they have left, and then they just kind of like lollygagging. If somebody asks me, I'll try and knock that bitch out. I hate
that too, yeah.
Like yesterday, I asked a motherfucker how many, like if he was on a machine, not even how many sets he had. I was asking if he was using a bench, because he was like kind of strolling around the area. He's like, yeah, I'm on it. So I went and worked on another machine, but every time I looked at this nigga, he wasn't working out. I'm like, my nigga, I'm trying to use that shit, and you just over here lollygagging. So this isn't so much of an issue in like a big public gym, but like small private gyms. I hate when people play their music out loud instead of using headphones. Yeah. Like if you in there by yourself, fine, do your thing. But as soon as somebody else walks in there, like turn that shit off. And I know I sound like a old head, get off my lawn type nigga, but it's just a lot of shit in the gym that annoys the hell out of me. And then, of course, this whole Joey Swole thing with all the women and feeling like it's perverts and whatnot. I'm glad that it's kind of dying down. I feel like people scared to get put on blast by Joey Swole, but that's something else. But
Do better.
yes.
You need to do better. Speaking of the gym, I definitely play my music in the sauna only because my headphones heat up.
Yeah.
But when people come in there, I'll turn it down. But it's easier just play it on speaker in the sauna though.
And that's fair. Like you said, you turn it down. There's
Yeah.
people that will blast their shit and just keep it blasted for absolutely no reason.
And I had my first ego moment in the gym.
What you mean by that?
So we have like the boxing bags that are shaped like teardrops.
Yeah.
So we have
the
those
speed bags?
Not the speed bags, the big ones, like the big
Oh, and they're like full of water or something?
yeah, like water
Okay.
bags
Yeah.
almost. So we have those in the gym. So after my workouts, I've just been doing like 3-minute just punching rounds or
Yeah.
teeping rounds just to get some extra work in. So generally at like 5 in the morning, there's no one on these things.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I've seen 2 other people do it. So like in this area, it's the turf area. This guy's stretching, right? And so I come on with my headphones. I set up shop, put on my thing. I just start hitting the backs, hitting the back. And I'm going like I don't fuck around. Like I'm actually fully hitting it.
Yeah.
Getting light working. And so like I guess some people start watching me because they're not used to seeing people
Okay.
train, which is no big deal. I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't distract me. I continue to work. But the guy that's stretching, like I guess since he's seeing me hit the bag, he like gets up and I guess feels like he has something to prove and just starts kicking on the other bag. And I'm like, bro, what? Like I can tell this is not in his routine.
Yeah.
Because like he just got on regular, like he don't even got on training stuff.
Exactly.
He's just like doing his kicks and I'm looking, I just start smirking, right? Because it's 2 bags, one's high, one's low.
Yeah.
So I'm working on my kicks on the low back. So I'm like, nigga, now you interfering in my workout.
Yeah.
Which I thought was annoying, and because then he'd like do like 5 kicks and leave and go stretch again and come back and do like another 5. And I'm like, I had to go back to the gym and was like, yo.
He saw the crowd that you brought in. He wanted that crowd too, bro.
I saw a nigga ego swell in the gym. Like, bro, I'm not.
This was an older dude, you said?
He's probably in his 30s, 40s.
Okay.
And I was like, it was weird because I would never stop what I'm doing because it's what somebody else is doing. Like, I'm not going to see somebody on the bag and be like, hey, that nigga look fresh. Let me go punch the bag.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit about what that nigga got going on.
Exactly.
But so I thought that was interesting.
Best thing you seen this week?
The best thing I've seen is, yeah. So I went to a black-owned bakery and it had a lot of vegan options.
Okay.
This guy named Big Mike. It's Big Mike's Bakery in Coral Springs, and he has like a whole vegan bakery. He uses like not with the entire bakery isn't vegan, but he has like vegan section. He does he's a lot of organic ingredients and fresh ingredients and stuff. And he was just telling me how he got his bakery started because his family. It's like sister had Crohn's and he has Crohn's. And he's like, all these positive reasons. We chopped it up with this guy. He does whole vegan holiday recipes.
Yeah.
So I was like, nigga, say less.
So what'd you end up getting from there?
I got a donut, which was fantastic, and a coffee cake.
Okay. What kind of donut was it?
I don't even know. It was like a...
It wasn't Boston cream, was it?
No, it's just like a... No, funny you say that. It had jelly in the middle.
Really?
It had jelly. It was like... a frosted donut. It's like a circle donut frosted, and then in between the frosting was like this little jelly preservative.
Okay.
Shit was so good.
Really? I bet.
Yeah, so shout out to Big Mike.
Now that you brought up the bakery, I remember one of my other get it off your chest things. Crumble cookie is probably the most overrated cookie or dessert place I've ever seen in my life. So a while ago, I always heard Eric Dunn talking about it.
Crumble solid.
Bro, I had it the first time. I'm like, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's nothing.
It's not like gas.
Yeah, but the hype that I've seen around crumble cookie, I thought this shit was gonna blow insomnia cookie out the water, and that's not the case at all. And then yesterday, Tatiana, I guess they had it at her work or something like that, and she brought home a cookies and cream cake or cookie. Everyone knows I love cookies and cream, Oreos, all that. Bro, this. Like, I could have did without it. It tastes, you know those, like, white frosted cookies?
The oatmeal joints?
No, not the oatmeal joints.
I like the oatmeal joints.
The ones, hold up. Because I know this is also controversial. Frosted.
Oh, like the big joints at Publix?
Yeah. These shits.
Yeah, those are straight.
See, I've always hated those, and that's exactly what every crumble cookie tastes like to me. Like the bottom part doesn't even taste like a cookie; it tastes more like a cake, I guess.
Tastes like sugary cardboard because it gives you like a cardboard aftertaste.
Yes,
I'm not big on them, but they not like I'll eat them if they there.
Yeah, I think last time I had one flavor that I was like, okay, this is kind of decent, I guess, but that shit was mid.
I think batch cookies or blueprint cookies shits on crumble.
I've never
or
had either one of those.
Crumble. Yeah, Insomnia cookies is better than crumble too.
Yes, Insomnia is 100%. Like I'll say, crumble their flavors and ideas are nice, but the execution is terrible.
That great, yeah.
Whereas Insomnia, they have like basic ass cookies, but the basic ass cookies that they make are all fire.
Yeah, they got like a vegan. I think it's like Oreo or cookies and cream. Oh,
yeah.
Shit's so good.
Yeah.
You heat that bitch up, so good.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, I fucking love Insomnia. And crumble is the most mid. Best thing I've seen this week, well, one shout out to Justin. He opened his own practice, or I guess that's what you'll call it.
Yeah, so it's like his own firm, technically.
Yes, Heller Wealth Group. So yeah, that's his new individual firm, no longer with his last company, Merrill Lynch. So shout out to him.
Hey, shout out Justin. That's a major move.
Yes, sir.
When it gets to the money.
It was nice seeing the in-laws. So my mother-in-law and sister-in-law, Tatiana, right before the pod, and the other day said that she actually thinks her sister's cool now. So I'm glad to see them getting along. I will say that I hate her sister's taste in food. Like that whole family just has basic taste.
What you expect? They from
they from the Midwest, yes, but
they from Michigan.
Yeah, that's
different.
True. But like me and Tatiana obviously have our differences in food. But her sister, like just everything she buys when she's down here, I'm like, why? Like buy white bread. Who the fuck eat white bread? Everybody know you got to get whole wheat, some shit like that. She buy fucking regular ass potato chips, salt and pepper potato chips. Excuse me, they're not regular, but that shit's still regular. She loves sandwiches, just like a turkey sandwich with like lettuce.
You can't go wrong with a good sandwich.
You can't. But I mean,
I can't allow you to sandwich shame because there's been times where I just have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like how excited she gets and the way she make the sandwich. It's the most plain sandwich. It's like one of the sandwiches you'd buy at like a gas station or that they like give you on a flight or some shit like that.
Turkey cheese, 2 slices
of bread. But she don't even put cheese on it.
Just turkey? Just meat?
Turkey. The lettuce is what she's most excited about. She's like, I just love the crunch. So it's just turkey, mayo, lettuce. I don't even know if she put tomato on that shit. I think it's just lettuce, tomato, and
just
turkey.
A lettuce, meat, and mayo.
Yeah, that shit that's basic. So,
but I can't let you sandwich shame.
Yeah. Also, every time she hears she want to go to crab boils, I fucking hate crab boils.
Why? You don't like crab?
It's not that. You know, I'm just lazy when it come to eating my food. I don't want to be putting in a whole bunch of work and getting my hands dirty. Like roti is like the only thing that I'll put in work to eat, and even that is not really work. It's just you getting dirty. But a crab boil, like they put everything in the bag. It's all dirty.
That's the experience. The best part.
No, but then you gotta break the shells. You gotta take the heads off, take the tails off. It's just too. I want everything pre-done for me.
So you never ate crawfish? Like you never did a crawfish boil?
I've had crawfish like once. And I'm not saying I dislike the taste. It's just I don't want to put that much work in to eat. You feel me?
But that's the thing. They give you this bucket. You little swipe the little poop strip out, break the head, suck the juices, scrape out the meat. Granted, it's a lot of work, but that's a part of it.
You know how fast I eat. Like every time we would go out to eat, like we all know you a slow eater, but I'm usually the first one done, me or AJ. Yeah. Like I scarf down my food. I don't want to put in that much work. I love boneless wings, preferred to wings, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw Wingstop getting sued because they boneless wings aren't real meat.
Really?
Yeah, it was like fake meat or some shit like
Tough. No, I don't eat that shit.
But yeah.
Big V's over here.
Yeah, I was combining best thing I've seen and get it off your chest all at once. But outside of that, I don't think I have oh, no, I do. And it'll lead kind of into sports later. But shout out to both FAU and Miami advancing to the next round.
Yes, sir.
But we'll get to that. All right, music. or streaming before we get to music.
Yeah, I put some stuff on streaming.
There will be a show on FX, the Donald Sterling show, which for those that don't know, Donald Sterling was the owner of the Clippers.
Yeah.
Correct? That got in trouble for making racial comments to his ex-girlfriend about like Magic Johnson and about black people. But everybody just been clowning this shit because one, I didn't even know this shit was coming out. I don't know if you knew it was coming out.
I don't watch FX though.
Touche. And then two, just like all the actors that they have playing basketball players just look nothing like it. Like Lawrence Fishburne kind of looks like Doc Rivers, but outside of that, nobody else looks like anybody else.
Not really.
Yeah, not really. But he looks more like Doc Rivers than any other the actors look like any of the players.
You letting all these black guys come to the show?
Yeah, he was wilding, but I need to know who's playing Donald Sterling. But what you put on there?
Go down the list and I'll tell you.
Unprisoned.
Okay, so Unprisoned is this show on Hulu with Keri Washington, and it's a black actor. He is like the black soul dad in every movie he plays, and it's on Hulu.
Okay. So in this show, is Keri Washington one of the leads?
Yeah, so it's Keri Washington, Delroy Lindo.
Let me see what he looks like.
You know Delroy Lindo.
Bro, as soon as that's exactly who I thought you was talking about.
Yeah, Delroy Lindo. Man, Danny started watching it.
Yeah.
I'm like, who put you on this show? She was like, oh, it was just on my Hulu recommendations, whatever. So, of course, I started watching the first season. And it's a really good show. And I was like, I'm locked in now. It's about Keri.
Is she trying to get someone out of prison?
No, she... is it, what did I say, Unprisoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is called Unprisoned. No, it's her playing a therapist, but she's like, her dad went to jail, and she has like this traumatic childhood. So in her adult life, she's trying not to make the same mistakes. Her dad gets out of jail, and then they go through this journey of like healing together.
Yeah.
But but her dad is helping her heal because she don't identify that she got all these issues. It's super good show though.
So in this show, is she playing like a completely different role, or is this, what's the show that she was on that's kind of, it's the same writer from How to Get Away with Murder, where she's like fucking the president? You know what show I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is it like the same role that she's playing, or is this like a completely different thing?
It's
because I could easily see her being in the same exact role and like being in her same bag.
It's on brand Keri Washington, but it's different.
Yeah.
She's definitely still fucking a white man.
So it's the same.
But it changes. It changes during the show. But she starts off fucking a white man.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, why do you always fuck white men in all your shows? But yeah. So it's on brand for her roles.
Scandal.
It's on brand for her roles, but like she still got the ugly faces.
Yeah.
Like with the whole mouth.
That's
thing.
exactly why I had to stop watching Scandal.
But no, this one's really, really good because Delroy, like, she's the main actress.
Yes.
But Delroy's presence is so good in the show that he's pretty much trying to turn her into, like, bring her over back to the culture because she's, like, doing everything to get away from, like, her culture. So he's, like, and, like, she has a son, and her son's, like, a biracial hybrid kid, and he's confused. And, like, it's like the dad is, like, a real nigga. Like, yeah.
Wait, this is a comedy?
It's good.
For some reason, okay, so it might be different, but it definitely sounded it was like a
it's
a serious show.
It's like it touches serious topics, but it's lighthearted in a lighthearted way.
Gotcha.
So like in one of the scenes, like he's trying to explain to her how she's a jump off. Gotcha. And she's like, I'm a jump off.
Yeah.
And he's like, and so like he builds up her confidence. And he's like, yo, you ain't no jump off. You the main bitch. So it's like, it's really good. So we watched 5 or 6 episodes straight last night. Okay. And I was like, might as well just finish it. But Danny has like this limit.
Okay.
So that was really good. Wasn't expecting to like add that to the list of shows that I watch. But you know, Danny just puts on shit sometimes and I tap in and I'm glad I did.
All right, so I see you put Swarm on here.
Yeah,
did you actually watch the show?
I haven't watched it yet. I only seen
the clip.
The clip. Well, I've seen 2 clips. Of course, Chloe Bailey getting her cheese clapped.
Yeah.
And then it was another clip Brittany sent to me and was like, "Yo,
you don't have to keep talking. I got to change the battery."
she was like, she sent me a clip of one of the characters and was like, "This is you as one of my friends," and I was like, "Damn, that's actually spot on." So I'm going to watch the show. Looks pretty good. What's that bull? What's the bull's name? Idris. Yeah, yeah, Idris Denson. He's the Snowfall guy. He's a good actor. So I'm gonna check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. Every now and again, Amazon Prime puts out shows directed for black folks or like hip hop lovers and people of the culture. Not always just black people, just young folks in general. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna tap into it for sure. But that sex scene I was like, damn, she cheeked up.
Yeah, she she was getting her shit clapped.
I'm like, Chloe cheeked up.
But this is definitely not gonna help her brand because I feel like everything she does, people on social media end up killing her for no reason, which I feel bad about. But I feel like this shit's gonna get added to.
She's sexy. It just makes her sex appeal go up.
Yeah,
if you ask me.
But people be saying she has zero sex appeal.
Nah, Chloe got it.
Yeah,
she bad. She was already. She's sexy, but it was like there was a time where it felt forced.
Yeah,
it was like you don't have to try to be that sexy because you already sexy as fuck.
I agree. Yeah, she definitely sexy to me. But also for the viewers on YouTube, hopefully the quality of the video has been fine. I realize I had it in a different setting, but I think it should be okay. So if not, my bad. Before we move on to music, streaming, y'all know I'm a big Love Island guy. Love Island just it finished. I do want to shout out to the people of England and anyone else that voted because we finally had a non-white couple win. I don't know if there's been others before, but as far as I've been watching the show, it's only been white people that win. So we had an Indian girl. I think her family's from like Trinidad actually, and then a mixed white and black dude. So shout out to y'all for letting people of color win and find love. All right, music. Rest in peace, Bobby Caldwell.
Yeah.
The white black king. When did you find out he wasn't
black?
That he wasn't black? For me, it might have been like 6 years ago or something like that.
I want to say like 2012, 2010, 2012.
Yeah.
Like it was on Twitter.
Yeah, that's. And
exactly I was like, wait, this nigga ain't black. So I had to go look, and I was like, oh shit, this nigga's not black. I had to watch the whole video.
Yeah, exactly. Is there any other artists that growing up you thought was black and they were not black?
That's a good question. Let me think. Come back to me because I had to think about this. What about you?
Nah, I don't know. This was a
moment. That was for sure.
Yeah. Bobby Caldwell is number one on the list.
There is another maybe Wham I thought was black.
I don't even
never
know.
Gonna love again.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
I thought that guy was black too. The way I dance with you.
Yeah. I feel like when I was younger, obviously, I know who Hall & Oates is now, but I feel like some of Hall & Oates' songs, I probably thought they were black when I was a jit. Like, damn, what's the name of the song? Now I'm blanking, but hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, you know another one I thought? This is actually really relevant and a good one. Adele. When I heard Adele sing, I did not know she was white. And her name is Adele.
Yeah.
So I thought for a long time she was black.
Sarah's Smile, this song by Hall & Oates. I definitely thought they were black when I was young. You know this song, right? Let me get to the chorus.
I've heard it sampled.
Smile. You know this song.
I do. I know. I've heard the samples too.
But yeah,
I can hear the influence.
So I don't know if it's the Zach Jinx coming in full force once again, but two podcasts ago we talked about Datpiff and it not working for you, Kobe. So now Datpiff has officially been shut down. It's off the internet, and
they still said they posted something that said that they just working to tweak it to make it better.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So there was another tweet that came out. that said that they're still gonna offer like those mixtapes.
Yes.
It's just that they trying to like revamp and do some other shit.
So the Drought 3. Kobe, what are you crying about? There's nothing to be crying about, Kobe. The Drought 3, which I listen to all the time on Datpiff, no longer can access it.
Really?
Dedications can't access it, but I think it was DJ Drama or Lil Wayne that just announced that Dedication 2 will be on all streaming platforms with bonus songs. So it's the other dogs that's barking that he hears. That's why he keeps
But
howling.
yeah, that one hurt. Datpiff is an error.
Yeah. Kobe, please. The other dog's just barking. You don't need to join in.
That nigga like, man, fuck what you got. Folks like, fuck what you got going on, bro.
On top of the covers, Deli had sent it. I had also seen it on Apple Music. Did you listen to it? This is T-Pain's covers.
Yeah, I listened to it on the way down actually, because I saw it. I saw a tweet that had all the music coming out that Friday.
Yeah.
And it was on there, and I was like, oh, T-Pain covers. That's all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I looked at it, but didn't think too much of it.
Hold up.
Uh-oh, that man's in trouble. Ooh, he's in trouble. Stop beating your dog, Zach. I'm calling Peter. Oh, nothing. Dogs and their greenies. Dogs love a good greenie.
All right, my bad. So you said there was a list of songs you saw coming out, and you saw it?
It was on there, and then I forgot to add it because I was like, it looks cool. Because, I was interested after the Logic cover.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I have a love-hate relationship with the Logic cover. Like, I listen to it, but it's like there's certain parts of it that's really good, and it's Logic that kind of fucks it up. But the actual melody and how they melonized it or just redid it, I could ride to that part all day long just to beat along. And then Logic trying to sing, it was like, I just wish somebody else would have did that part.
Like, I fucked with him, like, early in his career.
Like on the Bobby Tarantino tape?
Yes, but I just felt like he kept doing corny shit after corny shit, would only talk about him being black. Like, bro, we get it. You fucking mixed. Like, Drake doesn't talk about him being mixed all the time. Like, if you didn't know, he
does, but it's how he does it.
When's the last time? I can't think of a single Drake bar where he talks about being, like, black and white. Like, I can think of some where he's talked about like being Jewish, but that's about it.
No, he talks about, he was like, I forget, I think it's on one of those like Drake flow songs where he rapping. He was like black excellent, but it don't apply to me, of course.
Okay, but either way, we kind of had to think about it. Whereas literally you could pull up any Logic song and you could find a bar in that song where he talk about being black or white. So Logic, like, I fucked with you on the Bobby Tarantino shit, but now you gone too far.
Yeah, so I was definitely interested.
That sample was trash to me.
It wasn't. The
Or the
thing
cover, I
is,
should say.
the cover wasn't. Like I said, I like it, but it's weird.
Yeah.
So like I'll go back and listen to it just to hear the instruments playing and that part of it. And I try to drown out like Logic trying to sing, which is hard because then I'm like, damn, this is kind of clean. But then I'm like, I fucking hear shit and I'm like, God, nigga, you not soulful.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was interested to see what T-Pain did. Then Deli sent it and I was like, perfect. So then I listened to it on the ride down and he was snapping.
Yeah.
I like the first half of the tape just because like he covers multiple genres.
Yeah.
So on the actual tape, he does covers of
He did a Sam Smith song, right? I fucked with that.
Yeah,
one.
so he did A Change Is Gonna Come, which I really like. Don't Stop Believing, Sharing the Night Together, Scrangs, Stay With Me, Tennessee Whiskey, That's Life, and War Pigs. So like that first half was really fire, and then the second half is just not my style of music.
Yeah.
War Pigs is kind of cool. I don't think I like The Life. I think the only one I didn't like was That's Life.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's a cover album. There's probably not too much replayability on it, but it's cool for what it was.
I like what he did. Like he could actually sing though too.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff was a little like I could have done without the auto tune because he can actually really sing.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
Got you.
I just need Anderson .Paak to jump on his wave. I
That
need
would
Anderson
be
to get on his wave.
Yeah, that would be dope. Even though, I don't really like him like that, but I wouldn't mind hearing it from Anderson.
Nah, if you put Anderson's voice on that nothing was. Today was a good day. Good day. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I was like,
yeah, I'm gonna just let you sing for the rest of the pod, bro.
Yo, bro, it's like, it's certain aspects. I'm like, bro, this could have been it.
Yeah, facts.
So, man, that's always gonna be my fucking gripe, because like I can't stop listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't want to like it, but I like it to an extent.
All right, so last week, your boy G Perico
Yes,
dropped
sir.
an album with Gangsta Grillz. I fucked with it.
I do too.
I don't have like much to say about it. All I can say is I fucked with it. That's all I can say. I was mad that you ain't tell me about it, but you said you didn't know until we
left. I was gonna bring it up this week.
Yeah.
Cause when I literally, cause I already had Action on my song. I mean, I had Action, had just download the single when he dropped it, and Axe G4.
Okay.
So then I was going through my playlist, and I was like, I wonder if this mixtape dropped.
Yeah.
So that's when we left, I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, it did come out, and I just started listening to it.
Yeah, I feel like the first time you had told me about him, whatever album or song project that I listened to, I don't remember him sounding that much like Nip. But on this Gangsta Grillz project with DJ Drama, I was like, yo, this sounds like Nip right now.
Really? Also?
You didn't?
Cause he has his
Bro, are you shitting me?
No, I feel
exactly like
no,
Nip.
he doesn't. Cause G sounds like Nip voice. Like G sounds like when you think of a West Coast rapper, and like how they talk, that gang shit.
And that's Nip, bro.
Nah, G Perico is different, bro. He he sound like a nigga that had Jerry curls.
Hold on, let's see if I can pull up. That kind of sounds like Nip to me, bro.
Nah, I don't think so. That sound like cause the shit. This was the one I told you originally about. I be with the gangsters.
Yeah,
I be with the gangsters. Yeah, man, I fuck with G. I've been fucking with G for a minute, so just watch him rise, working with bigger producers, making better. Like he's already making good music, but getting more attention.
Yeah.
So.
And I definitely like the production. Obviously, when I think like modern West Coast, like DJ Mustard is the first thing that comes to mind. But hearing like Gangsta Grillz on a West Coast project, I fuck with it.
Yeah, what's name been working? Drama been working.
Yeah, he has been. Heat after heat. You put out a new playlist. I haven't listened just yet, but
I did. It's like, so on the playlist cover, it's just a road in the mountains.
Yeah.
That's literally what it sounds like music you could ride through while driving through the mountains.
Okay.
It's like deep bass, like that "Take Me to Church" song sounding like that, but then it's like super R&B in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely bumped that at some point today.
Yeah, it's super chill. It's one of my favorite, just on a Sunday morning, like when I'm just riding around running errands and I don't want to be like all hippity hoppity.
And that's actually funny because not last weekend, but the prior Sunday, I was like deep cleaning the house. And I was going to message on Discord, be like, bro, Phil, I need you to come up with like a clean in the house playlist.
You could do that to that. It's super just like I said, imagine driving through the mountains in the south, or either fucking on the West Coast or through the South, like in Tennessee, and you just on the road, open road, windows down, and you maybe have a drink or a J.
Got you.
And it's that type of vibe. It's just chill.
Got you. All right, on to sports.
Big week in sports.
Yes. Has it been outside of March Madness in free agency?
Hell yeah, free agency been booming, boy.
All right, well, let's start with March Madness real quick because you didn't do a bracket, right? Yeah, so my bracket is already done. I had Virginia for the second or third year in a row winning it all. And for the second year in a row, they got bounced in the first round. So my bracket is already done. I said it earlier. Shout out to the Canes. Shout out to FAU.
Who? The Owls, baby.
Yes. FAU got their first win in the NCAA tournament in program history. This is the second time they've been in the tournament. Last time they were in the tournament, your boy, John Smart, he was on the team. 2002,
wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. 2002, 2001, something like that. So definitely dope to see. It was a very, all the games this tournament for the most part Majority of the games this tournament have been extremely exciting, nail biters to the wire, and that's exactly how the FAU game was. That's exactly how the Canes game was. Miami played terribly and still pulled out the win somehow, so happy for them, but obviously they cannot continue to play that way.
Hey, we won on a layup.
Yup.
Almost a game winner.
Yeah,
that was clutch. That was a good-ass game.
Yes.
Some bad calls on the refs end.
Yeah.
They was fucking up, but
Well, we got gifted, I'll say, because
that should have been a foul.
Memphis definitely called a timeout on that held ball.
They did.
But and I'm glad the announcer said it. You being a ref, you know this as well. Like, when it's that moment in the game, all you're trying to focus on is, like,
who got this ball?
Well, yes, who has the ball, the status of the ball, and, like, is there any fouls occurring right now? And the position that the dude was laying in, it was hard to tell if he was really calling a timeout or anything like that. And he has to have possession of it for him to call a timeout. So there's so much going through your mind. So it's hard to get on the refs about that. But
so do we beat FDU? Is FAU going to the Sweet 16?
We shall see. FDU upset Purdue. So obviously they're no slouch. But
what's crazy is it's the two shortest teams in the tournament going against each other. That's funny because this is my first time really watching FAU play, like watching a full game. And the first thing I noticed, I was like, yo, these niggas is short, minus the center.
Yes,
everybody under 6'4".
Yep. We're a very undersized team, and that's kind of the theme in college basketball. A lot of people playing small balls. No one really has a center. You have like 4 guards and 1 forward, which is exactly what Miami is doing right now, and kind of like FAU. But most teams, it's small ball. That's what everybody doing, small ball.
I hate it. Because at some point, I'm like, yo, put in the bigs and just start attacking these boys in the paint.
Yeah. But for me, it's not even like put in the bigs for offensive production. It's just like rebounding and defense. That's the biggest thing.
That's who you be getting killed at.
Yeah, for Miami in the ACC tournament, when our big guy hurt with his ankle injury like 30 seconds into the game, our rebounding was terrible. Got like no type of second chance points. So having a big definitely has its perks, but like I also think small ball has its perks as well. But
yeah, if you got space the floor out, you got scores, and it's just that a lot of these teams now just living and dying by this 3. And I get it, but a lot of times most teams usually die by it more than they win by it.
That's facts. All right, free agency. What you got?
Yeah, man. Eagles is making moves.
I didn't even know y'all lost Miles Sanders, because when you told us that y'all signed Rashard Penny, I was like, oh, that doesn't move the needle for me at all. But now that I know he will most likely be y'all starter, right? Obviously now that is a good move.
Yeah, so we signed Rashard Penny on a 1-year deal. We signed Greedy Williams.
I like that.
I do too. We signed Mariota, let go of Minshew. I like that. Kept Kelsey, kept Graham, kept Boston Scott, kept Bradbury, kept Cox, kept Slay.
But wait, y'all kept Slay?
Yeah, we kept Slay too. We just extended him.
Oh shit.
I've been posting, bruh. I literally put this in the Discord. No, he was gonna get traded.
Yeah.
So first we kept Bradbury. Bradbury took a team friendly deal. And then Slay wanted to get more money, right? So he went to the market. And then to save cap space, the Eagles was going to release him.
Yeah.
So Slay let out a tweet like, yo, thank you, Philly. It's been good, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, fuck, man, we're about to lose Slay. Like, I love Slay.
Yeah.
And then, like, you go to sleep, you wake up, and they're like, all right, the Eagles are extending Slay. So they got the deal done overnight. So now we just trying to sign CJGJ, Gardner Johnson. If we can get Gardner Johnson, bro, Howie is the man at this cap shit.
Oh, damn. I definitely...
Because think about it now. Now we got Slay back. We got Bradbury back.
Yeah.
We still got Avonte Maddox. We're one of the top DB corner in the league. And we get Greedy Williams as a backup in case one of them get hurt.
Yeah.
If we can get back Gardner Johnson, bro, we still got the best secondary coming off a Super Bowl appearance.
I mean, I think... Even if y'all don't, y'all still have one of the best secondaries.
Yeah, but if we get Gardner Johnson back, it makes it even better. And then so he's trying to get major money in the in free agency. But the thing is that safety market is not what Jesse Bates got paid, but everybody else is getting like $7 million a year.
Yeah.
Like Jesse Bates got a bag, but that was an outlier. So he's trying to get that, and he's not going to get it. So
Gotcha.
hopefully he comes back to us. And then we lost Edwards to the Bears, Javon Hargraves to the Niners, Dillard to the Titans, Marcus Epps to the Raiders, Kazir White to the Cardinals, Miles Sanders to the Panthers, and Minshew to the Colts.
Gotcha.
So we lost linebacker, starting DT, backup offensive tackle, starting safety. Actually lost both our linebackers, but they were just tackling machines. We can get that from anywhere. And we lost our running back and our backup quarterback.
You can't get that from anywhere.
Shit, we had Nakobe Dean in the tuck.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can't get a tackling machine from anywhere, bro.
True, but we need more coverage guys than like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do, the Kobe Dean's definitely going to be starting this year. Jordan Davis steps in now as the DT. I think we get another defensive tackle in the draft.
Yeah.
I think we might get a running back in the draft, maybe a linebacker. I'm hoping, because Bobby Wagner hasn't signed yet.
No.
I'm hoping we can get Bobby Wagner on a team-friendly deal, like a one-year deal. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
I like what we're doing because our offense was already straight. And maybe we'll get a wide receiver, like another speed guy. We'll see.
Well, I'm glad you like what you're doing because
I love what we're doing.
I don't like what we're doing. We haven't really done shit. Minus sign like Baker Mayfield, which that
does nothing.
That does not move the needle for me at all. I mean, of course, that's better than Kyle Trask in my opinion.
Baker's trash.
Yeah, but I mean, he was decent for his little short stint with the Rams, but that's not going to win us a Super Bowl. Which I still feel like we have pieces, and the pieces will slowly fall apart. And then, of course, we lost Leonard Fournette. But I think we signed a running back.
They just released him, right?
Yeah, they released him. Dolphins will represent for AJ and Luke, I guess. But Dolphins, they lost Gesicki. Gesicki signed with the Pats. They signed Braxton Berrios.
Jalen Ramsey?
Yes. How did I forget Jalen Ramsey? Which that actually also hurt because I saw him tweeting, which a lot of players will tweet this, like, oh, growing up I was a Canes fan. I would visit Miami all the time. I wanted to go to UM, but they didn't offer me, so it became fuck UM. Bruh, it would have been nice to have Jalen Ramsey on the Hurricanes team, but it is what it is. Hindsight is 2020. He probably would have been a bum if he came to Miami anyways.
Yeah.
What other big NFL? Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. Has that been confirmed yet?
Not yet.
Bro, what the fuck is taking so long?
I don't know. They wanted to first.
The Patriots?
Green Bay.
The Packers?
Yeah, I think so. But I wouldn't give up 2 firsts for a 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather pay Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, exactly. Because Rodgers, got 2-3 years left in him?
And he's been declining.
Yeah, exactly. But the Packers team has had less and less weapons. So, of course, I agree that he will decline. We won't see the same production that we've seen. But he had zero help on the Packers the last few years.
49ers been eating. They got Javon Hargraves.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Who else did they get?
They got Javon Hargraves and another D tackle, bro. Their defensive line is stupid.
Yeah,
it was already crazy,
yeah,
but they got some hitters now.
They moved on from Garoppolo to the Raiders, so they're all in on.
But they brought in Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but he'll be a backup.
Will he?
He's not starting over Trey Lance.
Is Trey Lance even starting?
Wasn't he starting?
Because Purdy's out for the year, right? No, Purdy took them to the conference championship.
Yeah, but wasn't Trey Lance starting over Garoppolo?
Yeah, but again, Purdy played. He went like 7-1 or 7-2.
Yeah, but I feel like they're probably.
I think that's an open competition.
Maybe. So yeah, I completely forgot about Brock Purdy. So it is interesting that they did bring in Sam Darnold, but you do need multiple quarterbacks
for sure.
Any other? Cowboys, Lindsay and Tatiana, they're both listeners. They lost Zeke.
That's good for them.
Yes.
Zeke hasn't produced.
But on the defensive side of the ball, they brought in Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, they thought, it's funny? Cowboys thought they had the best secondary in the NFC East for all of 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, we got the best secondary now. Slay leaving y'all. Y'all losing all these pieces. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Niggas still trash. Y'all still got Dak at quarterback. Tony Romo 2.0.
But
the Black Romo.
Facts. I have nothing else moves wise or sports wise. NBA, nothing's really been happening.
Lakers lost a game winner last night.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they sat Anthony Davis against the Rockets, lost to the Rockets. If they would have, and all the teams lost last night. So if they would have beat Dallas, they would have been in 7th, and they lost.
Really?
They lost on a buzzer beater because Anthony Davis fouled Max Kleber on the 3-point line, and then he missed 2 free throws that would have put him up 3. He missed 1 free throw that would have put him up 3, and then nigga got hit for a game winner by Max Kleber.
That's brutal.
Yo, Anthony Davis, bro, I hate that nigga.
Yeah,
He's like one Chicago athlete that's like the softest Chicago athlete. Because you know Chicago athletes, we tough, we scrappy. We might not always be the best, but like it's a mentality. Like we
Is
dogs.
Beverly from there? I always forget where he's from. Okay.
But like we dogs. Isaiah Thomas, like niggas be dogs from Chicago. Anthony Davis like that nerdy dude that's good and he play like it and he act like it. Nigga is soft, he brittle, he ain't got no dog in him.
Yeah, facts.
I hate this nigga, bro. I just want them to be good for LeBron's sake. Cause I'm like, bro. Cause I'm like watching LeBron in LA reminds me of Kobe in LA. Even I didn't care, like I wasn't a big Kobe fan. I was like, damn, these niggas ain't putting nothing around Kobe his last couple years.
Yeah.
And like LeBron got a team and he's like, all right, AD, just carry it while I'm gone. And AD be like,
But
I'm gonna play
I will
big
say,
until the moment get big and then I'm gonna shrink.
I don't know if this is LeBron's doing, if this is Jeannie Buss's doing, or the front office. But again, when LeBron got there, they had all those young pieces, got rid of them, which now they're all balling. Yes, they did bring D'Angelo back, but
Yeah, but they also got a championship out of that.
They did. But I wonder what the team could have been had they let those young players develop. So like the Jordan, I can't remember exactly who was on the team, but
Kuzma.
if I'm thinking of the old Lakers team, you had Jordan Clarkson, Kyle Kuzma, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram. Like all these players are balling on their respective teams.
But I don't think they would have been balling on LeBron. I think if they would have just kept Kentavious Caldwell Pope, that core of Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, like they would have been doing the same shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this team is good. They just gotta get them in the playoffs, and AD just can't carry a team to save his life, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you just be doing like when he's needed in big games. It's either he's gonna be real dominant or he's just gonna defer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, why?
Yeah,
You AD.
Exactly.
So that was frustrating. But watching 2 game winners last night was good.
Yep. All right. It's been another episode of Save for the Pod, episode number 101. Phil hit the drop. Peace.